Okay, moving on to the next question. Amoxil 275 milligrams POQ 8 hours. Recommended dose is 20 to 40 milligrams per kilogram per 24 hours. And the child weighs 29 pounds. 29 pounds divided by 2.2 pounds per kilogram. By 2.2 is 13.18 kilograms. Okay, what is the safe daily dose range and single dose range? Okay, so the daily is 20 milligrams per kilogram per hour per 24 hours. For 24 hours to 40 milligrams per kilogram per 24 hours is 29 pounds divided by 2.2 pounds per kilogram. Pounds cancel, kilograms cancel. 29 pounds, 2.2 pounds per kilogram. Pounds cancel, kilograms cancel. And the daily dose is divided into 3 times per day. So once we get our answer here, we'll divide by 3 to get the single dose. So 20 times 29 divided by 2.2 is 263.64 milligrams per 24 hours, and then divide that by 3. And that's going to give us 87.88 milligrams per dose. Divide that by 3. Okay, then 40 times 29 divided by 2.2 is 527.27. And then again, divide by 3. And that's 175.76 milligrams per dose. And this is per 24 hours. Okay, and the doctors. Okay, so what is a child's weight in kilograms? The child's weight is 13.18 kilograms. What is the safe daily dose range for this child? The daily dose range is 263.64 milligrams per 24 hours to 527.27 per 24 hours. What is the safe single dose range? That's 87.88 milligrams per dose to 175.76 milligrams per dose. The doctor's order is, the single dose order is 275 milligrams PO. So 275 milligrams per dose was a single dose ordered by the doctor. This is outside of the single dose safe and therapeutic range. So is the order safe? No, it is unsafe. If the ordered dose is safe, calculate the amount. If the dose is unsafe, answer 0. So on this problem, you would answer 0 because the doctor's order is well beyond the safe and therapeutic range. It's unsafe, so we'll enter the 0 in the final question. Okay, Suprax 150 milligrams PO daily. Recommended range is 4 to 8 milligrams per kilogram per day. Available, and your child weighs 53 pounds. And we'll divide that by 2.2 pounds to get kilograms. And that's going to give us 24.09 kilograms. The recommended range for Suprax is 4 to 8 milligrams per kilogram per day. Milligrams per kilogram per day. And the same setup, 53 pounds. That's real messy. 3 pounds divided by 2.2. Okay, so 4 times 53 divided by 2.2, and that's going to give us 96.36 milligrams per day. Kilograms, pounds, cancel. Oops. Okay, and daily. Okay, and then this is going to be 8 times 53 divided by 2.2, and that's 192.73 milligrams per day. Okay. Okay, so then here's your daily range. The doctor ordered 150 milligrams PO daily. So this 150 milligrams that the doctor is ordering is within the safe and therapeutic range for this child. So because it is safe and therapeutic, we'll calculate what to administer to our patient. So it's 150 milligrams. We have available 100 milligrams per 5 milliliters. Our units of milligrams is going to cancel. I have a trailing 0. So 15 times 5 divided by 10 gives me 7.5 milliliters. And this is for the amoxil problem. This is for the Suprax problem. Okay, next is the morphine sulfate, ordered 1.2 milligrams IM stat. The patient is 81 pounds divided by 2.2 to get our kilograms. So 81 divided by 2.2 is 36.82 kilograms. And this is for the morphine problem. Okay, and let's see. The recommended dose for morphine sulfate is 0.01 milligram per kilogram per dose to 0.05 milligrams per kilogram per dose. And we're going to multiply that by our mass. Oops, it's just messy again. 81 pounds, 2.2 pounds per kilogram. Cancel, cancel. Okay, so so 0.01 times 81 divided by 2.2 is 0.37 milligrams per dose. And then this is 0.5 times 81 divided by 2.2. And that's going to be 1.84 milligrams per dose. And the doctor is ordering 1.2 milligrams, I am stat. So 1.2 milligrams is within the safe and therapeutic dose range. So it is safe. Okay, so what is the child's weight in kilograms? It's 36.82 kilograms. What is the safe individual dose for this child? It's 0.36 milligrams per dose to 1.84 milligrams per dose. Is the order safe? Yes. The order of 1.2 milligrams is safe because it's within this safe and therapeutic range. And then we're going to calculate how much to administer. So the physician's order is 1.2 milligrams. Our dosage strength, or what we have available, is 2 milligrams per milliliter. Our milligrams are going to cancel and divide that by 2. So we will administer 0.6 milliliters to our patient of this morphine medication. Okay, next. The physician's order Visceral 10 milligrams IM Q46HPRN for nausea. The recommended dose. Okay, and your child weighs 38 pounds. So it's going to be 38 divided by 2.2. It's going to be 17.27 kilograms. This is the visceral. Okay. Therapeutic range is 0.5 milligrams per kilogram per dose to 1 milligram per kilogram per dose. 38 pounds divided by 2.2 pounds to get kilograms. Pounds will cancel kilograms. Okay, 0.5 times 38 divided by 2.2. And that's going to give us 8.64 milligrams per dose. And then 1 times 38 divided by 2.2. It's going to give 17.27 milligrams per dose. Okay. So the doctor, what is the child's weight in kilograms? 17.27 kilograms. What is the safe dose, individual dose range for this child? The safe dose range is from 8.64 milligrams per dose to 17.27 milligrams per dose. Is the order safe? The doctor's order is 10 milligrams per dose, so it is within the safe and therapeutic range. So yes, it is safe. And now we calculate the amount to give for one dose. So the doctor's order is 10 milligrams. We have available 25 milligrams per milliliter. Milligrams are going to cancel. 10 divided by 25 is 0.4 milliliters. Okay, the next part is Tegretol. Tegretol. Okay, the child weighs 27.8 pounds. So we'll divide that by 2.2 to get kilograms. And that's going to be 12.64 kilograms. Okay, and the therapeutic range is 10 milligrams per kilogram in a 24-hour period and 20 milligrams per kilogram in a 24-hour period times 27.8 pounds and then divide by 2.2 pounds per kilogram. Pounds, kilograms. Okay, so 10 times 27.8 divided by 2.2 is 126.36 milligrams per 24 hours period. And it tells us it is divided in doses 3 times a day. So we're going to take this number and divide it by 3. And that's 42.12 milligrams per dose. Okay, now this one is 20 times 27.8 divided by 2.2 gives us 252.73 milligrams per 24 hours. Again, we divide that by 3, and that gives us 84.24 milligrams per dose. Okay, and so what is a child's range in kilograms? The child's weight is 12.64 kilograms. What is the safe dose range for this child? The safe single dose range is 42.12 milligrams per dose to 84.24 milligrams per dose. Is the order safe? The doctor's order is 150 milligrams. POTID, so this is 150 milligrams per single dose, so per dose, which means it is not within the safe and therapeutic range for the single dose administered. It's unsafe, so then on the last part, we would answer the 0 because it is unsafe for this single dose measure. And actually, I'm going to write it over here because we would compare it to the single dose. So it's unsafe when we're comparing it to the single dose range. Okay, and the last one I'm going to cover is the Rocephin. So Rocephin is 550 milligrams IM daily for ear infection. The recommended dose is 40 to 50 milligrams per kilogram daily in a single dose, not to exceed 1 gram. Okay, the child weighs 26.8 pounds. We're going to convert that. 26.8 divided by 2.2. That's going to give us 12.18 kilograms. The range is 40 to 50 milligrams per kilogram daily. Milligrams per kilogram daily. And again, 26.8 pounds divided by 2.2 pounds per kilogram. Pounds cancel. Okay, so 40 times 26.8 divided by 2.2 gives us 487.27 milligrams daily. Okay, and the next part, 50 times 26.8 divided by 2.2, that gives us 609.09 milligrams daily. Okay, so for the Rocephin, how much does the child weigh? He weighs 12.18 kilograms. What is the safe dose for this child? It's 487.27 milligrams per day to 609.09 milligrams per day. The doctor's order is 550 milligrams per dose, or daily, I'm sorry, 550 milligrams IM daily. So that is within the safe and therapeutic range. So this is a safe order. So we'll calculate how much medication to administer to our patient. The doctor's order is 550 milligrams. Available is 350 milligrams per 1 milliliter. So milligrams, 550 divided by 350, and that's going to be 1.57 milliliters. Okay, so I think that's enough of a practice. I'm just going to keep going through and give you some reminders. So on the Panadol, the order is POQ 4 to 6 hours, PRN, and the recommended dose is 10 to 15 milligrams per dose. So you would calculate this, the 10 to 15 milligrams per kilogram per dose with your child's weight. And we actually have that in kilograms, so we don't need to convert anything. You find out what the safe range is, the safe and therapeutic range for the single dose, and then again, determine if the doctor's order for 250 milligrams is within that range, and then calculate the amount to administer. Okay, so here, this is telling you on the amoxicillin, the safe and therapeutic range is 20 to 40 milligrams per kilogram every 24 hours, every 8 hours. So once you figure out your daily dose range, you'll take that value and divide it by 3 so you can find out the safe and therapeutic range for your single dose administered, and then compare the physician's order of 250 milligrams to the single dose range. The same thing you're going to do the same thing on the C-chlor problem. The 15 to 20 milligrams in a 24-hour period, Q 8 hours. So figure out your daily safe and therapeutic range, then divide that by 3 because you'll administer medication to your patient 3 times. And then once you have the single dose range, then you compare your doctor's order to the single dose range and determine if it's safe and therapeutic. If it is, then you calculate the amount to administer to your patient. Okay, for this Pathocil, they're giving you a daily range. So again, you'll calculate your safe and therapeutic range for the daily administration. And then you take that daily dose and you'll divide it by 4 to get the single dose range. And once you divide it by 4 for the single dose range, then you compare the physician's order to the safe and therapeutic single dose range and determine if it is safe and therapeutic. And if it is, then you calculate the amount to administer in a single dose to your patient. Okay, same thing for the amoxil. Find your daily safe and therapeutic range, then take your upper and lower limit, divide it by 3 so that you can get your single dose safe and therapeutic range, and then compare your physician's order. If it is in the safe and therapeutic range, then you calculate what to administer to your patient. Okay, then for the Suprax, it's giving you the daily safe and therapeutic range, and then your doctor's order is 160 milligrams PO daily. So you would just calculate the daily range and then determine if this order is within the safe and therapeutic range for your child weighing 51 pounds. Again, you're gonna have to convert your mass. This is already per single dose. So once you establish your safe and therapeutic range for your single dose, you'll compare your doctor's morphine sulfate order to your single dose range. If it is safe and therapeutic, then you calculate how much to administer to your patient. Okay, same thing. The Visceral, it's already for the single dose. So calculate your upper and lower limit for your safe and therapeutic range. Then compare your doctor's order. And then if it is in the safe and therapeutic range, calculate how much medication to administer to your patient in a single dose. Okay, the Tegretol is on a daily basis for a 24-hour period. Once you calculate your 24-hour daily dose range, then you'll divide it by 3 for your single dose safe and therapeutic range. Once you have that value, then you can compare your physician's order. And if the physician's order is in the safe and therapeutic range, then you calculate how much to administer to your patient in a single dose. So it's basically what you're doing. Just make sure that your recommended dose units, watch out if they are giving you a daily range or if they're giving you the single dose. So on this Panadol, they're telling you it's the single dose range that you're calculating here. So once you have your safe and therapeutic range calculated based on the mass of your child, then you compare the physician's order. Then you decide if that's in the allowable safe and therapeutic range. And if it is, then you calculate the amount of medication to administer, and so on and so forth. Okay, guys, that's where I'm going to end the complete first 4 pages of your Chapter 18 review. If you have any specific questions on any of these problems, feel free to send me a message or put a comment on the Math 0075 page in a discussion so I can respond for everyone to see if you have any further questions. But really just take the time to watch your units, make sure you're paying attention to your dosing frequency, and multiply or divide as needed. Okay? So I hope you guys do well on your exam and you do well on your final. And again, if you have any questions, just send me an email and let me know. Okay? All right, bye guys.